From the Fox 10 Gulf Stream, this is Next Weather.
Well, even though we will not see a hard freeze anytime soon, we may see one or two more before the winter's over. Meteorologist Michael White takes a look at how you can help your pipes survive the night and get prepared in advance.
So you've heard us say this before this winter. You'll probably hear it again before the winter is over about the 4 Ps, the pets, the plants, the people, but also pipes. Why do we do that? Well, because we want to prevent a disaster at your house with the pipes bursting, and it typically has that risk during a hard freeze. Now, you've probably had to do this before you go to bed. This was me. I shot this walking through my kitchen and doing what? Yep. Turning on the faucet, letting that sink drip, and then you just leave it going overnight. And, you know, you might be thinking, well, hey, what about the water bill? Doesn't that run up the water bill? Well, technically, yes, but that's cheaper than having to repair a busted pipe. That would be much, much worse. During the overnight of a hard freeze, you want to make sure you are doing that you're leaving some drip in your faucet overnight. And you can probably even leave it on a lower setting than even what I'm doing in that video. But this is the reason why you do it, okay? It's all about preventing horrible damage and pipe bursting. You want throughout the night to maintain a continuous drip of water coming from one faucet in your home. You don't have to do this with every faucet, just one. I usually do the sink in the kitchen, preferably a sink farthest from where water comes into the house. This keeps momentum in the pipes and relieves buildup of pressure inside the plumbing. And open your cabinets. Keep cabinet doors open under the sinks in the kitchen and bathrooms to allow heat from inside the home to reach those pipes. Now, what if something horrible happens? What if you do have a pipe that is frozen, right? You don't want it to bust, but what do you do to try to relieve the freeze that's happened to the pipes? Well, here's what you do, okay? You shut off the water immediately. Don't attempt to thaw the pipes without turning off the main shutoff valve. Make sure you know where that is on your property. Turn it off. And then thaw the pipes with warm air. You can use a hair dryer, a space heater. Just be sure not to leave space heaters unattended because you know that can be extremely dangerous. And then once you have thawed the frozen pipe, be careful turning the water back on. Once the pipes are thawed, slowly turn the water back on. Check the pipes and joints for any cracks or leaks that might have been caused by the freeze. So this is a good idea. Keep those faucets dripping throughout the overnight hours. A very important tip whenever we have a hard freeze. As mentioned, we've seen one already this winter. We're likely going to have one again before the winter is over. And heck, sometimes we even get those late season freezes that roll into March and April. We've seen them happen before. Just too early to know if that could happen this year, but we'll be keeping an eye on it right here on Next Weather. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your night. Jason?
Well, frozen pipes are one problem in the winter, but frozen streets are another. Meteorologist Matt Barentine breaks down the risk of icy roads.
We've all seen those signs, bridge ices before road, but you ever really thought about why that is? Well, a bridge obviously goes over water, or you have an overpass that goes over another road. That allows cold air to go up underneath the bridge or overpass. That cools off the bridge faster than the surrounding roads, allowing ice to form there first. And this gets really critical when it comes to stopping. 40 miles per hour on a dry road, a car will stop in roughly 80 feet, depending on the weight of the car. On a wet road, you have to double the distance to about 160 feet. On an icy road, you're going to have to at least triple the distance. We're talking 240 feet or even farther. So it's incredibly critical what the roadway condition is. And if you have ice, that can lead to very long stopping times and can make things very dangerous on the roads. In Mobile, Matt Barentine, Fox 10 News.
All right, here's your 7-day forecast, and we are looking at evening parades for our area the next couple of days, and then we've got multiple parades Saturday and Senior Bowl, and the weather looks fine between now and Saturday. That Saturday night we could see some rain getting in here, so we'll watch out for that, for the potential of issues there for the Maids of Mirth, Order of Butterfly Maidens, and Crew of Merry Maids. Next week we could see some showers Sunday, but it looks like most of it will be out of here by Sunday evening in time for Neptune's Daughters. And then we've got Monday and Tuesday more parades there and just a few isolated showers around. So our forecast looks really mild. We'll have occasionally a little bit of chilly weather at night, but our days look great across the Gulf Coast.